Hey everybody, my name is Victor and I'm from Embody Success, and today I'm going to tell you how to conquer your fear. The first thing you want to know about conquering your fear is the premise itself of conquering, having dominion, that sort of idea over your fear. In and of itself is the problem. It's a flawed premise. When you try to conquer your fear, you're actually just feeding it. Because in the intention of trying to, again, dominate your fear, that is acting out of fear, and you're just kind of perpetuating this vicious circle. The way out is through, as a really cool Nine Inch Nails song would say. The way out is to stop fighting against your fear. You want to accept it. Your fear is telling you something. All your fear is your consciousness filtering an experience through a belief system that defines it as something to be fearful of. So the key to overcoming your fear, not so much overcoming, but to allowing the energy of fear to literally dissipate and lift from your body, is to find out what you would need to believe in order to experience fear. Here's an example. Recently I just closed down a business I started, and it was a little bit, I experienced the sensation of fear associated with this because it's something I had for a long time. It was literally just, it was my baby, it was my business. It was a gym I started, and I experienced fear with this, and I was closing it for a lot of good reasons. I wanted to move on. It's not something I like doing, running a gym anymore. It's a big pain in the ass. I don't like it at all. And I'm coming into new endeavors that are much more in alignment with what I want to do, yet this feeling of fear was there. Now, I didn't try to conquer it. I didn't try to rule it or beat it up or fight against it. I sat with it. I said, why the fear, Victor? Why? You're choosing to close it down. You're closing it down because it was the degree of stress was not worth the financial payback, and I didn't really particularly like the kind of people who were coming, which are middle-aged women, people I to this day don't understand. And yet all these other fun things are coming into my life as a result of letting go of it. So why the fear? And it was just, again, I sat with it, and it was just unexamined beliefs. The fear was more of a habitual thought pattern because I was letting go of something known and familiar, though stressful, though a big pain in my ass on a daily basis, but I'm heading into the unknown. And a lot of times people experience more fear and apprehension when they're going into the unknown, even if that unknown holds promise of awesome things to come into your life. The comfortable misery tends to be it's a strong motivator. But that's the particular definition I was holding to experience the fear. But now you understand the process. That fear, look at it as a messenger. Look at it as a benevolent messenger saying, hey, listen, you're harboring unconscious belief systems that are out of alignment with your greater vision, where you're trying to go, who you want to really be. So sit with it, find out what those belief systems are, and change them. I just had to basically remind myself, no, Victor, you're going into a good direction. There's no reason to fear. And once I understood that and brought to my conscious awareness these unconscious beliefs that were just kind of playing out because I once had them, once I did that, I literally felt a weight. When you do this, you can get really good at this, guys. You can get really awesome at discovering the sources of your fear, and then in turn redefining your belief systems, and then you can actually feel the physicalized degree of this fear energy lifting. It's almost like I'm trying to think if there's a movie I'm thinking of, but it's basically like imagine when you're outside and it's cold as fuck, which is how it is right now. I'm in Michigan. It's super cold, where you can see your breath. It's almost like you can just feel this fear energy leaving you, and you literally feel fear is a contractive energy. You feel heavy and contracted. You feel a weightlessness and an openness, a clarity, a purity, and that's how you know you've really dealt with the fear. okay? But that's how you conquer your fear. Stop trying to conquer it. Honor your fear. Thank it for providing you with the message of how to progress forward in your life, and bless it. And that's how you do it. It's that simple, all right? And you know what? I'm just going to say this real quick. Sometimes the answer doesn't always come immediately. Sometimes you just have to hold the intention and the willingness to see what the fear is trying to tell you. It might take a few days. Your life might play out in a certain way where circumstances kind of come into your life that help you recognize the source of that fear more clearly. So just be patient. Accept the fear, long to see the source of it, and then just let it be. Trust that it will play out in a way that brings to your awareness the source of the fear so that you can let it go for good. And every time you do this, you become more and more and more and more of a badass, more empowered to attack your goals, to manifest your visions. Okay? Peace.